Chael Sonnen, thanks for talking with MMAWeekly.com. Right ahead of your UFC 167 fight against Rashad Evans. Now, as everybody knows, you and Rashad are buddies, work together on the Fox shows. Talk about that. Is it difficult to just zoom in on him as an opponent and somebody you want to beat up, or are you kind of conflicted with the fact that the two of you have a history?
Oh, well, I think that's fair, but it's mainly from a motivation standpoint. You know, to get in the gym and practice twice a day and go through what we have to go through in training camps is tough, and you need whatever motivation you can, excuse me, you can cling to.
Now, you, of most of the fighters, of all the fighters, you know, tend to be a businessman. You focus on that. You look at fighting as your job, and you take care of business. Is that something that you're proud of, that you're able to separate the business side from the fighting side?
Well, you know, I never really think of it as a business as much as a hobby. I mean, this is a sport, and this is a kid's game, and I'm fortunate to get to do it as an adult. But it's competition for me, and I was in this before there was any money or any fame. I was in it for other reasons. I'm still in it for those same reasons. And, you know, the other stuff has been a lot of fun. It's a 20-year anniversary. To be part of that history and be along for the ride has been really quite exciting. Excuse me. Something in my throat here. But it's not why I'm in it. I'm a competitor first, and always will be.
What are those other reasons that you mentioned that you're in this?
Well, you know, I'm in it for World Championship. I'm in it for goals and accomplishment. I'm in it for purpose and testing. And, you know, aside from that, it's a great way to stay in shape.
Now, you're going to be coaching on the upcoming season of TUF Brazil. Coaching against, you know, one of your arch enemies. Now, Dana White said recently that you're going to be coaching Brazilians. Would you prefer that, or would you prefer to make it a U.S. versus Brazil kind of show?
Well, you know, either one is fine with me, but my understanding is that it's an all-Brazil card, all-Brazil tournament. So that's my expectation. That's my understanding, and you know, I think it's going to be great. It's such an incredibly difficult tournament. You know, the guys that come through these tournaments, whether they win it or not, are ready for the octagon. They're ready to get into the UFC. It's very difficult, and I admire the guys that are willing to go into that environment and put everything on the line. So, you know, I will do my part. I will give them the best experience that I can and their best chance for success. I don't care where they're from.
And so much has been made about, you know, the threat of you going to Brazil and, you know, possibly being attacked and things like that. Do you think that's overplayed a little bit, or is there genuine concern for you going down there and spending consecutive weeks down in a place where realistically you've kind of made some enemies?
You know, the threats are very real. I mean, we downplay them if anything. They're real and genuine, and attempts have been made, and I mean, it's just the way it goes. I'm not going to live my life in fear. I don't live in fear. And if you're looking to mug somebody, I don't think that I should be on the top of your list. But if you do want to mug somebody, you're welcome to come my way.
I mean, what goes through your head realistically when you think about this kind of thing? When, you know, the possibility of somebody coming and attempting hurting you. I mean, outside of the cage, that is.
You know, I don't think about it a whole lot. I mean, again, it's a real thing. I recognize it. That's it.
Now, you know, you're in the second round of the EA UFC Sports, or EA Sports UFC game going against Michael Bisping. How much does it mean to you to be part of that whole fan vote and, you know, advancing to the second round with so much fan support?
Well, I think it's a fun thing. Yeah, I think it was a good thing for marketing and advertising. EA does a great job, not just with the video game, but with getting attention to the video game. It's a huge selling item. It's a lot of fun. I own all the games. I'm not a huge gamer myself, but I have them and I have played them, and they're great.
How well do you do in the games? I was going to ask, are you much of a gamer?
You know, I do okay. I had a deal where I had to play online against other people, and that didn't go very well. Shane Carwin and I had to play people from around the world, and we got beat up pretty bad.
Do you anticipate getting beat up the same way Saturday at UFC 167?
No, not the same way, but I'm sure I'll get beat up a little bit on Saturday as part of the job.
What else could fans expect from you this Saturday?
Well, I tell you, they can witness history, man. This is 20 years. This is the UFC's 20th birthday. It's a huge deal. It's the biggest event of the year. Dana White and I disagree. He believes that Anderson Weidman will be the biggest fight of the year, and it may, but it'll have to beat this one. This one will break the current year's best. It's going to be a big fight. The two biggest fights of the year so far. GSP versus Nick Diaz, and myself versus John Jones. So now GSP and I have teamed up. We're on the same card. There's a lot of attention. It's going to be a great night, and we'll see. We'll have to wait until the morning of December 29th to see if I was right or Dana was right. But it's going to be big.
Chael, thanks for talking with MMAWeekly.com.
My pleasure.